Hey, how's it guys, Munash here, and today I'm going to be talking about all the Realm of Legends Carina challenges for Volume 2, because I have done those 3 so far. And I just want to share my thoughts, strategy, and also show you what I got from the jewel crystals, because the luck is not quite dead yet. I was actually quite happy with what I got. So the first one I did was King of Combo, where you have to use a 3-star Aegon to complete it, and that one wasn't too bad. There were just 2 annoying fights. The main one being the Winter Soldier one, because that's the ramp-up fight. Actually, kind of depends. I think more people would find the Wolverine one more annoying because of that stupid region. But for me, it was actually Winter Soldier because it was just felt low-key scary, you know, because you can lose your combo at any time if you mistime a parry or, you know, lag, device issues or whatever. But yeah, that's the one fight where you don't really have a safety net because you're still trying to build up your combo in that stage, but you can sort of end the fight early if it's getting too much for you, if you're taking too much damage, for example. And, you know, just bank your combo and then go back in. But I did finish the fight with about 750 hits on my combo. And ideally there you don't want to actually push into a special 2 because the block damage can be a bit much. So yeah, just bait special 1, you know, don't miss a parry, don't miss a dex, and yeah, otherwise it's not too bad. And then there's that dreaded Wolverine with that stupid region. So that one was actually a little bit more tedious because you have to play the fight in a certain way, and what worked for me was to basically utilize the extra fury. So, you know, you get hit with the heavy attack, get the unstoppable, don't take too much damage from that, and then you can, you know, do a good amount of damage with your basic hits just because you have extra fury buffs. And I was doing that periodically, and then whenever he would get to a regen, I would use my special 3. So I'd actually bank my 3 bars of power, because in terms of mastery setup, you should also ideally have max Pacify and Petrify. So Petrify will lower the regen rate while they're stunned, and Pacify will lower ability accuracy while they're stunned, so that can help to mitigate the regen. Because if you don't crit, then the chance of him regening will be quite high. And so basically I would save my special 3 because it has a long ass stun, and then with that I'll be able to mitigate the regen quite significantly if it does happen. And yeah, just try to out damage it to a certain extent, although I wasn't really running suicides or any boosts for this fight, so it did take a little bit longer. And I did have to use a few revives because basically what I would do is quit out whenever he gets to either 2 regions, or if the regen is just a lot, like more than I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000. I didn't have to quit out, I could just have tried to, you know, carry on, but it was just really annoying seeing his health go up again, so I was like, yeah, let me just save time in the fight here. I've got so many revives and overflow, it doesn't really matter at this point, so that one wasn't too bad just because I had the revives for it. So yeah, basically just get hit for extra damage, and actually with those furies you can sort of out damage the regen if it's not too strong, but otherwise you're just relying on stun debuffs to mitigate it. And also the other thing I was doing here is staggering my combos. So I was actually trying to hit confirm them, so basically I wouldn't hit him if I don't crit. I would have to first parry stun him and then I would carry on hitting him. So fortunately being unblockable makes this easier because you have a bit more time in between your hits, and by hit confirm I just mean I would make sure that I crit before I go in and drop another hit. So yeah, that was the Aegon one, and then the next one I did was the robots one, Hunk of Junk, and for that one you just need Guillotine really. She does every fight, that's actually the easiest one by far. Again, hardest fight I guess would be Winter Soldier just because it's the longer one, because you still need to ramp up and bank that combo. Then after that, you know, every fight takes less than 300 hits I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, after that, every fight took less than 300 hits. You would have more than 300 because you start with 100, but yeah, 100 less hits is a lot better compared to that Winter Soldier. And then for this one, funny enough, Wolverine was actually the shortest fight because Guillotine Special 2 does apply a Spectre, so you can reverse his healing. The only other thing you might want to be aware of is that you could actually end the fight before you get to the Special 3 because the Spectre will, you know, reverse his healing. So I was fortunate enough that I managed to play it in a way that it didn't happen, and also RNG helps with that, but yeah, not a big deal. Otherwise you have to do your next fight with Zero on the combo, and there's Black Bolt who can kill himself with the Special 2. So yeah, it's basically like a recoil of the Special 2, so that one wasn't too bad as well. And then it's just the Hulk boss. So yeah, that was definitely the easiest one. It was actually just really boring to be honest, but yeah, not bad at all. And then the last one I did was Teams Aplenty, where you have a variety of champs to choose from, although there are probably 4 that you want to bring. And those are She-Hulk, Namor, Mr. Fantastic, and Magneto. So I used She-Hulk as the main clearer because she has the most damage with all those passive furies. And then Magneto's for the metal champs. And yeah, so Magneto's for the metal champs except for Wolverine because Mr. Fantastic does well there because of the heel reversal. That's like a 60 hit fight. It's actually the easiest and most fun fight of them all. And then Namor is for the skill champs because She-Hulk does not do well against class disadvantage. So it's actually just Black Panther because Winter Soldier is metal, so that's a max fight. And then the other metal fight would be Vision. So the only really annoying fights here were the small champs where I was using She-Hulk because the fury duration is not very high there. So they did fall off once or twice in each fight when I had like 20 furies, which is quite annoying just based on the AI behavior and how frequently they throw their special attacks. Even though it acts as a taunt, sometimes they just take their time still. And you know, these small female champs with those stupid heavy attacks that do like 5 hits or whatever, take a bit of time, you lose your fury buffs and you start again. So that happened a few times against the smaller female champs, which is quite annoying. CM wasn't that bad because the specials aren't that long. Scarlet Witch was a little bit annoying, and then the other one was... who was the other one? Storm. Yeah. But otherwise not too bad. Most of the other champs are either medium or extra large. So She-Hulk did well for those fights, and yeah. And I just bought Rogue for synergy. You don't actually need to use her. I just used Namor for Black Panther. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Fortunately, the She-Hulk fights weren't as tricky as some other She-Hulk fights, like in Abyss, where you actually do need to apply the slow debuff with the heavy attack. You know, these champs don't evade, so I only need to apply the slow against Juggernaut to counter the Unstoppable. And then for Winter Soldier, you want to use Mr. S pre-fights, all 3 of them ideally. And then, you know, drop your special 2, maintain your debuffs by, you know, knocking them down every once in a while. And just let the Petrifies do the rest of the work, you know, that's a very quick and satisfying fight. So yeah, overall, these were not too bad, at least in terms of cost. They do take a little bit of time, you know, just to get through them because you're using 3 stars. But yeah, the rewards are worth it. And let's actually get into that now. I'm going to show you what I got from these crystals. Okay, so from the first Jewel Crystal, Skill and Mutant, I actually got a new Awakening on a pretty solid champ, you know, and I really do mean a pretty solid champ. So yeah, I did not expect to get anything good from this because honestly, it's getting harder to pull good champs from basic 6-star crystals these days as I keep on getting new good ones. But I still managed to awaken my Colossus, which is quite nice. Maybe I can actually rank him up now. I haven't really decided yet because I don't even use my 5-star like at all, besides Cav event quest stuff. But yeah, still pretty happy with that. It's a really good pull and he is a very strong mutant. Next one, this is definitely the worst one by far. I mean, I really was not happy with this, but I didn't care as well because I'm like, you know what, I've had so much luck lately that I deserve some miles as well. So, you know, getting my Kamala to Sig 40, not a big deal to be honest. And then the final one, which was probably the most, I don't know, maybe depending on who you ask, is the best one. Yeah, that could be controversial, but from this one, I was quite happy to actually see that I got a new champ first of all. And of all the new champs I could have gotten, it's Agent Venom, who is still a relatively new champ to this crystal. And he has his uses. He might not be like the best science champ, and I might not have him awakened yet, but still, at least there's the synergy with Spidey 99, and he has other uses, some niche utility here and there. So yeah, overall, I was pretty happy with these pulls, and yeah, I'm going to carry on doing these challenges as the days go by. I'm going to be doing the Act 6 ones next. I'll probably get them done within the next few days as well. And then the Labyrinth ones, I need to think about those as well. I'll probably do the Mutant one first because I already sort of have an idea for that one. Obviously going to use Professor X for a lot of fights. And yeah, I already have a full rank 3 mutant team for that. So look out for that. I don't know if I'll post every fight because I've kind of already done a lot of those fights already. But I want to, you know, talk about the more niche ones or the ones that people are unsure about, and also some more interesting showcases. So yeah, look out for that, and that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys found this interesting, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.